Your morning is very important, it sets the tone for the entire day. And in this video I'm sharing 10 tips to start your day just right. The first thing might be a little bit controversial, but it doesn't really matter what time you are waking up. You can wake up at 3 AM, it doesn't make you cool. You can wake up at 10 AM and it doesn't make you lazy. The thing that matters most is the consistent sleeping schedule. You need to sleep at the same time every day. And I've been waking up at 5 AM every day for almost 2 years. And because of my consistency, my circadian rhythm adjusted and I don't feel grogginess in the mornings. So the only important thing is just consistent timing that you can stick to. And after I wake up, I just have some electrolytes. And you don't really need to buy anything, it's just plain and simple. Squeeze out lemon in your water and add some salt. That's it. And what that does, in the mornings you are actually dehydrated. And if you think about that, our brain consists of 80% of water. If you're dehydrated, then that means your brain can't really function that well. And because of that, first thing I do every morning is just have some electrolytes instead of coffee. And coffee is severely overrated in my opinion. It actually is bad for you, kinda. Every time I drink coffee, I just think that I will improve my focus, I will improve my productivity, but it doesn't happen. The coffee just spikes your cortisol and spikes your dopamine. And dopamine is a cool thing, don't get me wrong, but you can't really focus though, with all that energy. Every time I drink coffee, I just can't do the work. I shuffle all my Chrome tabs, or just checking Twitter or something. You shouldn't really drink coffee more than once a week maybe. The state that coffee brings can be sometimes productive. You need sometimes a little bit of ADHD. You need sometimes to switch tabs, you need sometimes to do everything at once, but if you will do this every day, you won't get any work done. And most importantly, coffee is really bad for your health, because coffee contracts your blood vessels, which includes blood vessels in your brain, and when you stop consuming it, you will have extreme headaches. You get addicted to it, so just try to abstain from coffee. You don't really get that much of an energy boost, you're just borrowing your energy from your future self, to be honest. And the staple of my morning routine is a meditation session. And you might think, Andrei, I just sit there and meditate for 20 or 30 minutes, I'm just wasting time every morning, why should I do this? But when you meditate, you're actually improving the quality of your time for the rest of your day. You become more present, more focused, you require less sleep, and you also recover better, you have more energy. Even billionaires are meditating, even though they can make millions of dollars instead of just sitting there and wasting time. And the most important thing in this habit is consistency. So if you can meditate for 5 minutes every day, do this. If you can do it for 30 minutes, do for 30 minutes. I try to meditate for 20 minutes every day, but to be honest, sometimes I skip it, even though I started meditating 2 years ago. And when you start meditating, you won't notice anything for a month at least. And when you stop meditating, you also won't notice any changes until it becomes too late. Meditation has that compounded effect. You just need to do this for a long time consistently, and then you will notice some pretty good changes. The next thing I recommend you to do is to set intention for the day and make a schedule. And some people do it in the evenings, but I prefer to do it in the mornings. You just set some task for yourself and plan your day, and it won't take you more than 10 minutes every day. But just by making a schedule, you improve your productivity by 30% easily, because you just tend to do more when you plan something in advance. The next tip is to not use your phone first thing in the morning. You should really try not to check any social media for at least a couple of hours after waking up, because in the morning you have the most energy and the least decision fatigue. You have the most brain power. And when you just check your phone first thing in the morning instead of just working, or instead of doing some other productive things, you just fuck your day up, because your brain becomes stimulated, and when your brain is extensively stimulated, it cannot really focus on tasks that really matter. And if you have a problem with that you just scroll social media, you scroll Twitter, scroll YouTube the first thing in the morning, you need to get rid of that. And the best way to do it is just to break this chain of habit. Some people are just doing the same thing over and over again unconsciously. For example, you can be stuck in a cycle when you just pick up your phone first thing in the morning because the alarm goes off on this phone. You pick up your phone from the desk and start scrolling. You can interrupt this pattern. For example, buy an alarm clock or leave your phone in the other room. That will interrupt with your automatic cycle or habit. The next thing I do every morning is fast. And when you are fasted, you're more focused. Also, your body doesn't expend any energy trying to digest the food you just ate. And most of the people, I think, should skip breakfast. It doesn't really necessary even if you're bulking up, for example, if you're trying to put on mass. You can still fast for at least a couple of hours after waking up. That will improve your working sessions in the mornings dramatically, because as I said before, you will have more energy and more focus. Just try intermittent fasting. For at least a year I've been waking up at 5 AM and my first meal is only at 1 PM. Every day. That's not really that hard, I prefer it to be so. And in their morning routine, some people prefer to work right away, because you have the most energy, the least decision fatigue, and it's really great to just start working right away. But I do it after electrolytes and meditating. And some people also prefer to go to the gym first thing in the morning just to get it out of the way. And it's a very clever strategy, but I just prefer to do the work right away and then go to the gym 4 hours later when I get kinda tired working. Then I come back home and work some more. Then I eat. And the gym is a really good thing to add to your morning routine. For example, I train every day, 7 days a week. And when you train consistently, you just have more energy to do things. Even your brain becomes better. A lot of competitive chess players are actually having a gym routine. And if you are in shape, if you are healthy, you will get more work done, even though it may be a thinking work. You improve your brain's endurance and other capabilities. And the last thing I recommend you to add to your morning routines is to work on your mindset. Is to remind yourself what you are trying to achieve, what are your inspirations. You can even add some affirmations, because all of this stuff is actually true. It works, because sometimes we just wake up and forget what we are trying to achieve, what are our goals, and we tend to do unproductive things because of that. And I think every morning you should try to work on your mindset for a little bit. Just a little bit of affirmations, just a little bit of positivity every day. And that thing really compounds over time. And if you want to dive deeper on how to improve your mindset, you can watch this video where I dive deeper into it. See ya.